as the Jags are ready to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from Jacksonville. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw. Initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Bravo! Mike 52, Mike 52. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Yeah.
Here's Lawrence. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They go play action now. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, Mike 7.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Hey, Wood. You sit here. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. On the yard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Taylor, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. These two teams met in Indy earlier in the year with the Colts coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end flyer move. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Back to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Oh, he bowls over it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook, it's still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Devon Hamilton able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Almost want to go Shakespeare here. My kingdom for a yard. Quarterback sneak, nothing doing.
Better be careful. Shakespeare might sue you.
Yeah, he might come get me, right? Good luck with that, Bard.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Jaguars nothing. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. At their own 26-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Play action. It's Lawrence. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? And we just saw their first one of this game.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Colts on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Taylor. Wiggles free. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well. And we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And his kick is indeed good. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
On first down, it's Taylor, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. A quick throw, but incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A give for Taylor running right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Here's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Colts. Will Dissly in the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. Oh, and he pulled it right. It's no good. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
6-6, bullet high. Ready?
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There's a nice move. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
Go!
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Here's Robinson again on second down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Lawrence's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Colts are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 96 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
On second down, it's Taylor. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, Taylor, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was open.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Okay, ready? Mike 51. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
The give to Taylor. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On second down, it's Taylor. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And his kick is good. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
57 to Mike.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
15 line. 15 line. 57. Hey, exit. Here it comes.
They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, Taylor, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. 2nd down, another run with Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Tackle made at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal, Indianapolis.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong